I've been printing a bunch of long, flat polycarbonate parts and was having some trouble with warping. This is the very first part that I pulled off the printer. You can see in that corner there's warping, on this one as well. You can kind of see the artifacts on the top surfaces, curling edges, same here, and also here. So after this first part failure, I went into Bambu Studio to see if there were any parameters that I could change to minimize warping. And I actually discovered that the chamber temperature for polycarbonate is set to 60 degrees Celsius by default in Bambu Studio. And I thought that was kind of strange because ABS is set to 65 and polycarbonate tends to be a bit harder to print and tends to warp a bit more. So you'd think that the chamber temperature for polycarbonate would be higher. It was at this time that I discovered Bambu Studio lets you set the chamber temperature to a max of 80 degrees. And I wondered if this was a weird bug and whether the machine would actually let me run at 80 degrees Celsius. And surprise, surprise, it does not. Seems like even if I input 80 degrees Celsius into Bambu Studio, it maxes out at 70 degrees, which is still 5 degrees higher than what they claim the max chamber temperature is. So I guess if you're eking out minor bits of performance, 5 degrees is cool. I ended up increasing the chamber temperature from 60 to 70 degrees and increasing the bed temperature from 110 to 120, then sent it over to my printer. All right, so here's our parts printing. You can see these parts are printing very nicely. Everything is super flat. There's no warping whatsoever, coming out really nice. And if we look at the display, we can see that it is set to 70 degrees. The other thing that we can see is if we go into this notification, it does complain that the temperature is too high. MC module temperature is too high, possibly because of high chamber temperature. I've probably been running builds of this part for around 200 hours now, and it's been working really well. These parts are done now, and I wanted to show something to everybody because I find it really interesting and very relevant to the topic of heated chambers. But check out this crazy tacoing. Different plastics tend to shrink at different rates. This is polycarbonate, which is an amorphous thermoplastic, and these materials tend to shrink a lot. So what's happening here is that after the print, everything's cooling down and the adhesion to this plate is so good that when this part is shrinking, all these internal stresses are wanting to pull everything this way and just whoop, turn it into a taco. Now, the interesting thing here is that if you have bad adhesion, then you end up seeing these corners lifting off, warping, and just ruining your whole print. But also, if you don't have a high enough chamber temperature for materials like this, then what happens is as you build your part layer by layer, your part wants to shrink and these internal stresses build up over time. And when they compound enough, it actually can pull and lift off your build plate from the magnets. And I've seen this before in the past when printing ABS or polycarbonate in machines that didn't have actively heated chambers. But you saw just a minute ago that when this was printing at 70 degrees Celsius, everything was flat, there's no warping at all. So I just thought that this extreme tacoing is a really good visual representation of why heated chambers are really important for certain materials. I'll just take these parts off of the build plate now and then clean up supports and prove to you that these parts actually came out fine. So satisfying. Who doesn't like some good old support removal ASMR? And there we go. That's the bottom surface. Not too bad considering this whole thing's just one giant overhang on top of support material. So that's how I solved my warping problem on these large polycarbonate parts and discovered that I could actually eke out an extra 5 degrees in the max chamber temperature on the Bambulab H2D. It's too bad that I can't actually run this at 80 degrees at my own risk, but there's probably a good reason to cap it out because again, the electronics aren't thermally isolated, so it is what it is. But if you found this video interesting, please leave me a comment down below if you think that you're gonna start setting your chamber temp to 70 degrees, and I'll see you next time.